The night was quiet. Only the sound of a ticking clock filled the room. I sat there, staring at the half-empty glass of water beside my father's bed. He was weaker now. His once strong hands trembled when he tried to hold mine. And yet, his eyes still carried that same fire, the one that had guided me my whole life. For years, I thought I knew my father. A strict man, a disciplined man, someone who believed in routine, in hard work, in silence. Someone who never said, "I love you," but made sure there was food on the table every single night. Growing up, I mistook his silence for distance. I thought he didn't care. I was wrong. Part 1. The words that changed everything. It happened one evening, a year before he passed. I had just lost my job. My marriage was falling apart. I was sitting at his old wooden table, staring at the same spot I used to as a boy when he'd scold me for not finishing my homework. He poured me a cup of tea, and then, out of nowhere, he said something I never expected. "You've been trying too hard to win the world," he said, his voice calm but heavy. "Maybe it's time you learn to lose yourself, to find what matters." I frowned. "What do you mean, Dad?" He looked at me with tired eyes that had seen too much of life, too much of war, too much of pain. "Son, I spent my whole life trying to control everything. Money, respect, people. But the day I lost your mother, I realized control is an illusion. You don't hold life. Life holds you." Those words hit me like thunder. I didn't respond. I couldn't. Because deep down, I knew that was me, always trying to control, always trying to fix, never letting go. Part 2. The fall and the realization. After that night, things didn't get better immediately. I still fought the same battles, still argued with my wife, still felt like a failure. But my father's words began to echo in my mind. Life holds you. When he died a few months later, I didn't cry at first. I just stood there at his funeral, watching people talk about the man I thought I knew so well. But every story I heard painted him differently. A friend from his youth said, "Your father once gave away his savings to a stranger so he could rebuild his home." A woman he'd helped said, "He fixed my car and refused to take a penny." Said, "One day, you'll help someone else." I realized then, my father had lived his life quietly teaching me how to live mine. Not through lectures, but through example. And I'd been too busy chasing things that didn't matter to notice the man of wisdom sitting right beside me. Part 3. The path he opened. Months passed. Autumn came. I began walking every evening to clear my head. One day, I stopped by an old bookstore. Inside, there was a dusty journal, plain, unmarked. I bought it. That night, I wrote 3 words on the first page. Life holds me. And then, everything began to shift. I stopped fighting every loss. When I couldn't find work, I volunteered. When my marriage ended, I stopped blaming. I listened. I forgave. I started noticing small things. Sunlight through the window, the smell of rain, the sound of children laughing outside. That was when I realized what my father meant. Letting go wasn't about giving up. It was about trusting the flow of life. One evening while sitting at his grave, I whispered, "Dad, I finally understand." And for the first time in years, I felt peace. His last words to me had become my map. Lose yourself to find what matters. Now every choice I make, every step I take, carries that truth. He taught me that control is not strength. Surrender is. Because the moment I stopped trying to control life, life finally started to embrace me. He wasn't just my father. He was the quiet voice that guided me through the noise. And though he's gone, His words still walk beside me, reminding me every day the bravest thing a man can do is let go.